So I get this question a lot, whether it's from consumers or different real estate agents that I work with. They say, "Hey, Pete, how do I check the rates? How do I know what interest rates are today?" Well, let me kind of walk you through that path. If I was a consumer today and I wanted to kind of figure out what interest rates are, I'm going to kind of walk you through what I would do if I was you and show you what most consumers do. Let's take a look here. So I would assume most people today would just go onto Google and say, "What are mortgage rates today?" Now, I have to caution you if you do that, that you're going to be inundated with ads first. We all know that. When you search on Google, you're going to get ads. Now, granted, I use DuckDuckGo, so they're not doing as much tracking and advertising as on the regular Chrome. But we know ads are going to come up in the beginning. You touch any of those, you're going to get ads coming up. But if you scroll down, like most consumers would do, you're going to get these different websites like Bankrate or NerdWallet. Let's take a look at one of those, like NerdWallet here. NerdWallet's going to get you some criteria that you can put in for a type of loan that you might want, and then you're going to get different lenders that are going to come up on there, and they'll kind of show you the details that they use to determine what rates they are offering. From my experience, these tend to not be accurate, but I'm sure the lenders say they do have these available to consumers. But you have to understand these are for getting leads. So I would assume, just understanding how business works, they're going to try to put something that's going to entice you to get you to click on it. So that's what most consumers do. There's a lot of risk with these. You click on one of these, you fill it out, you're going to get your phone blown up. Whether it's New American Funding or whoever else NerdWallet sells this lead to. Another popular one people know the name of and they go to is LendingTree. If you don't know by now, LendingTree is one of the biggest lead sellers there is out there. They are not a mortgage company. They don't do mortgages. They sell leads. And if you fill your information out on here, you will get a lot of phone calls, like a lot, like maybe 100 in a day, if not more. The lenders that are on there, I know, I've looked into buying leads from there. They cost a lot of money and they're spending a lot of money to get you on the phone. So they are going to call until somebody gets you on the phone. It's a very, very dog-eat-dog type of company. So you're going to get that. You have to understand. Now, granted, when you have a lot of companies competing for you, chances are you can get in there and negotiate if you are that kind of person and like that kind of thing. But, it's a really rough experience to try to get a quote from somebody. Another website, HousingWire is a great website for industry folks to get news, updates of what's going on. They recently rolled out this page for mortgage rates, and it shows current mortgage rates today. And it's basically based on something that I'm familiar with here, Optimal Blue, which is a site that a lot of lenders use to lock their interest rates. And what Optimal Blue is doing here is showing what the average rate locked was for the certain loan program. It does not give you some of the criteria, how much you're paying to get that loan. You might have multiple points in there and things like that. It's just showing what the average rate locked for that different product is. So that's a pretty good tool. My favorite, and what I always recommend to consumers, to realtors, anyone that I talk to, is Mortgage News Daily. I've been reading this website for over 10 years. It's, the daily read for me. You're going to have basically on the home page, if you scroll down, you'll show just a little snapshot of mortgage rates. Has a nice little graph here. It shows what happened over time with them, so you can be knowledgeable about it. But you can also go down to their page here, mortgage rates, and really get a nice breakdown of different products on there. They do a really good job, I think, Mortgage News Daily, of showing how they come up with the interest rates that they have, what the criteria is. This is also based on what the average locked interest rates are, but there's not a lead part of this website. So when they're showing these, it's not like you click on it and all of a sudden lenders are going to start calling you. So the information is actually, more valuable, I think, to a consumer. because it's more factual. So I would recommend Mortgage News Daily if you want to try to find out what interest rates are. Keep in mind, these websites are always going to show the terms for tip-top criteria. You're talking highest interest rates, highest credit scores, great criteria in order to qualify, big down payments, things like that. So if you have less than perfect credit or a very small down payment or no down payment, these are a guide. They're not going to be what you get, but it'll give you a guide to know, are rates higher now than they were before? Things like that you can determine by looking at these kind of sites. So hope this helped you. Hope it provided you some value. Give me a like and subscribe, and hope to see you again.